Boom. That brings up an interesting question. How is it that the alleged killer never noticed you at this time? Seems rather unlikely to me. I didn't open the door any further than it was already open. I was behind the door just enough to where he wouldn't see me if he wasn't paying attention. He's either telling the truth or better at thinking up on-the-spot explanations than he looks. Amazing how Larry Butts, of all people, is giving them trouble. Must have finished wiping the fingerprints.
Hold it!
All this seems just a little too convenient. You were in shock just long enough for him to clean the statue, but not in shock long enough for him to escape? Objection! Would you give it a rest? It is what it is, okay? Now stop badgering the witness unless you have some proof to back up your claims. Well, aren't you one to talk? Okay, well, we pressed the last one, and there we go. I remain unconvinced. Believe what you want. It doesn't matter whether you're convinced. I saw what I saw that day, and you can't prove otherwise. As much as it pains me to say it, he's right. Oh boy.
This line of questioning is getting us nowhere. I believe the prosecution has proven their case.
Hold it!
Hold it. How can you say that? You have absolutely no decisive evidence proving my client guilty. All you have are the prosecution's allegations of thievery. The possibility that my client was trying to steal the gold statue, a statue that you can't even prove he touched to begin with. And the only testimony you have against him is that of one witness. Testimony which I find highly suspect, to say the least.
I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. In the courtroom, the burden of proof lies with the defense.
What kind of backwards philosophy is that?
I'm sorry, Miles, but the judge is right. With your overseas law training, I suppose you must have forgotten. The courts in the United States of Japan
The hell?
used to guilty until proven innocent
Paradigm.
Paradigm.
Yeah, United States of Japan. Geez, what kind of alternate universe is this?
Ever since the DL6 incident, the laws were changed to make sure the guilty would be punished. No matter what the cost.
But the cost is a man's life.
I know that. That's why you cannot give up. If you truly believe in your client, you must find a way to turn this trial around. Review everything you know. Explore every possible angle.
Get good, scrub. What did I tell you? Open and shut case. Should have pleaded guilty while you had the chance.
But I'm not guilty.
Come on now, it's obvious to everyone that you're as guilty as they come. Oh my god.
Shut your mouth! This is a mistake, a misunderstanding.
Man, why is he got such a... He's a cursing guy, man. If anyone needs to shut his mouth, it's you. I'm not the one on trial here.
I said shut up!
Oh, Jesus. He still does the thing. Amazing.
One more eyebrows like this, Mr. Shaw, and I'll hold you in contempt. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor. I feel like I have a new set of hair. I love it.
Please return the defendant's toupee so I can render my verdict.
Render my verdict and go back into the fifth dimension that is pulling me into a portal. Fine. Have to find a way to prove Mr. Sawed innocent. But what can I do? Is there some piece of evidence we overlooked? Someone related to the case we haven't heard from yet. What should I do? Probably...
Call a witness.
Call a witness, yeah. That's it! There may still be a way to turn this about.
If there are no objections, I shall now render my verdict.
Objection! Ha!
Me and my big mouth.
Jesus. I apologize, Your Honor. I'm late for a bingo night. I apologize, Your Honor. However, there is still someone related to this case we have not yet heard from.
If what you say is true, then I suppose we must hear what this person has to say. But be warned. If this is merely an attempt to stall for time, there will be severe penalty.
Uh-oh. Understood, Your Honor. I understand that you will stab me in the face if I get this wrong.
Very well, then. Who is related to the case? Who has not yet testified?
Okay, let's see who we got here.
Sin.
Honestly, Emma Skye
Emma?
is related to this case, but also Cindy Stone, though. I mean,
Well,
she's
she
dead,
died.
though. She's dead. Yeah, you're right. I think it's Emma.
Bring her dead body in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not any weirder than cross-examining a parrot, right? I mean, maybe it is a little
Yeah.
bit. Boom. Give me Emma. Yeah, sorry.
Emma Skye.
Indeed, Your Honor. I believe Detective Skye may provide us with some valuable insight.
Very well. Mr. Bain?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is Detective Skye ready to testify?
Do we really need her to be? This case is so straightforward, I don't see how bringing Skye to the stand would change things.
You may be right, but as a judge, I must do what I can to ensure an accurate verdict.
You may be right. I may be crazy, but I'm just the lunatic you're looking for.
So, is the detective ready to testify?
Yeah, about that. Since this was such a simple case, I didn't think it was necessary to bring her in.
And what exactly made you think that?
I'm a little stupid sometimes. Throughout my entire career, there has only ever been one time I needed the case's lead detective at the witness stand.
Wasn't that the GFA1 case?
The John F. Entity? No.
No.
Don't remind me. At any rate, I didn't think this case would be any different than the other 99%. What is this JFA case?
Fine, then. Court is adjourned for a brief recess while the prosecution gather the last witness. The trial will reconvene in 30 minutes.
We got like 5 minutes. We'll do 5 more minutes and then cut it off.
Okay.
I can't say I'm fond of the direction this trial is taking.
That's understandable. I know our client is innocent, but events have not been favorable. What if it... I'm so confused. I want to know who the actual murderer is. Is it going to be Emma Skye?
I don't know.
If only we had been notified of the case sooner. We might have been able to investigate the crime scene for ourselves.
That being said, the police have lately confined investigations to a crime scene's immediate surroundings. Therefore, in an effort to make sure the apartments gets investigated thoroughly, I took the liberty of sending my private investigator to the scene before the trial started. A police officer is accompanying him as a necessary precaution. It wouldn't do if the prosecution were to accuse him of forging evidence on our behalf.
Maybe you should contact him and see if he has any new evidence for us.
Naturally. Why else would I bring up the subject?
Okay. Brrr. Ring, 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 banana phone. Hello? Oh, it's Gumshoe.
Ah, Mr. Gumshoe, how is your analysis of the crime scene coming along?
It's another character for you, I guess.
Okay. Could be better, boss. I checked the medicine cabinet like you asked, but...
But wait, why did you ask him to check the medicine cabinet?
because saw it claims to be the second person on the scene. What? Oh. Assuming the murder was related to Burgery.
To Burgery.
To
Burgery. The client made a burger in the apartment and then she died.
Burgery. Most burgers.
Most burgers would try to find prescription medications.
Most burgers would try to find any prescription medications lying about. Black market and all that.
Why not just take the statue?
A statue is harder to hide than pill bottles. Beside, it was the murder weapon. Likely, the burger left it behind. So if caught, he or she would have plausible deniability.
Yeah, I guess it's weird to assume the gender of a burger.
Hypothetically speaking, of course.
Seems rather far-fetched, if you ask me.
Leave no stone unturned, my boy.
Ugh.
Are you guys done yet?
Sorry, please continue.
As I was trying to say, we can rule out that theory. There's a full bottle of antidepressants here.
I've already downed the whole bottle, sir. I feel great.
Antidepressants?
I can imagine. Her boyfriend was Larry Butts, after all. Oof.
Oh.
I don't know about that, pal. You'd think if that were the reason, she'd have taken some by now.
And I wouldn't have all these delicious pills all to myself. On blah, 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 blah.
But the prescription was filed 2 weeks before the murder.
In any case, depression is not the only
Malady.
malady antidepressants are prescribed for.
Milady.
Milady. They're also used to treat anxiety, OCD, eating disorders, and in some rare cases, rage.
Oh man, is that a fact? Mr. Gumshoe, would you kindly have the officer with you submit the evidence for me? The court record online submission ID is, okay, sure.
Will do, sir.
Antidepressants added to the court record. Delicious. Thank you, Gumshoe. You deserve a raise. Wow! This is an alternate universe, Jesus.
Now then, do you have a plan for attack for when the detective gets here? Or was this merely an attempt to stall for time?
To be honest, the latter was my original intention. But now, I believe I might have an inkling about what may have actually transpired.
And what would this inkling of yours be?
Not just yet. I'd like just a little more proof before I divulge any details. For now, I actually have a question for you. Why did you refer this case to me, Grandma? This is my first official trial, and you give me a murder case with no time to investigate the scene. Is he the murderer? Don't get me wrong, I'm flattered by your trust in me. However, I believe an explanation is in order.
I'm sorry, but that will have to wait. Recess is almost over. Incidentally, do you know where your client is right now?
Do you know where your client is right now? He said he felt a little nauseous. I had a bailiff escort him to the restroom, just to be safe. Oh, God.
Hello, Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry I took so long. I'm feeling a little better now, though.
Okay, we're gonna make it back to the courtroom, and then we'll be good for today, I think.
Yeah.
Although you're still sweating profusely, poor guy. Do you think you'll be alright after recess is over?
Yes, it was just nervousness after nearly receiving that guilty verdict.
No need to worry about that anymore. You had best return to the courtroom now, though.
Alright, here we go, courtroom.
Let's Start Project.